I'm Nick Muniz. This is Nick's Nonfiction. Today on the show, we have got Marie Carpenter's Caffeinated. Journalist Murray Carpenter has been under the influence of a drug for nearly 3 decades, and he's in good company. Chances are you're hooked too. Humans have used caffeine for thousands of years. A bitter white powder in its most essential form, a tablespoon of it would kill even the most habituated user. FBI, open up! Caffeine is just tamer cocaine. I guess you could call it Diet Coke. Carpenter reveals its impact on soldiers, athletes, and even children. It can make you stronger, faster, and more alert, but it's not perfect. Its role in health concerns like obesity and anxiety will surprise you. Caffeine is like my psycho ex-girlfriend. When we're together, everything's great. If I ignore her for a day, she tries to kill me. Making stops at the coffee farms of central Guatemala, a synthetic caffeine factory in China, and an energy shop bottler in New Jersey. Among numerous and other locales around the world, Caffeinated exposes high-stakes but murky world of caffeine, drawing on cutting-edge science and larger-than-life characters to offer an unprecedented understanding of America's favorite drug. What did Travis Scott have to say about his coffee addiction? Caffeine! Fiend! Fiend! About the author Murray Carpenter. Murray Carpenter has written for the New York Times, the Boston Globe, the Bangor Daily News. Banger! He also worked for NPR. NPR on caffeine. For the last day I've been working trying to figure out how to high school kid one day in 99. That's Murray Carpenter for you. Let's start this thing off. Caffeinated. Chapter 1. Caffeine Country. Propped up on my desk before me, there is a vacuum-sealed Ziploc bag of white powder, about the size of a compact disc. It weighs 100 grams. The powder is an alkaloid extract. The FBI is going to kill you, bro. Chill. It's not the mighty coca he's talking about, but caffeine. Let's get personal. This substance courses through my veins as I write these words. It is a drug, and I have been under the influence of a drug for nearly 25 years. And I'm in good company. Most Americans take this drug daily. It is effective, yet so simple that if it did not grow on trees, a neurochemist would have invented it. The stuff works. What do we call a drug? What do we call a food? That's up for the government to decide. Chapter 5 is the FDA. In moderation, caffeine is best known for something it does simply and effectively. It makes us feel good. But it is a drug whose strength is consistently underestimated. A 64th of a teaspoon, the amount in many soft drinks, will give you a subtle boost. So that's the recommended dose, 1/64th of a teaspoon. 1/64th a teaspoon, the recommended dose. A quarter teaspoon will be leading to bodily unpleasantness, racing heart, sweating, acute anxiety. That's what girls have, acute anxiety. Chicks love coffee. We'll talk about the masculine and the feminine of it. Quarters teaspoon, it might make you uncomfortable. You'll shit your pants. A teaspoon will kill you. It's not a drug, people. A teaspoon of it will kill you. This white powder, it'll kill you. A teaspoon of it. You can do more cocaine than this shit. Energy drink consumers, they got a higher tolerance. It's kind of impressive. You can land a helicopter on their roof while they're still asleep. Helicopter, helicopter. Caffeine sharpens the mind, especially for people who are stressed, tired, and sick. Whether they use it regularly or not, it is a neuroenhancer long before the term came into vogue. It does not just increase acuity, it can also improve mood. Athletes using caffeine are stronger and faster than drug-free peers. It has even helped Navy SEALs recruit and perform better during tryouts known as Hell Week. So do we really need caffeine to scroll Excel sheets? You're doing goddamn PowerPoint off of a Navy SEAL drug? I'm not saying we should ban anything, okay, bro? I think we should legalize everything. That's number one victory royale, America. Freedom. But no, this isn't a drug. You take a teaspoon of it, it'll kill you. You can serve it at fast food restaurants. It's not a drug. Caffeine. It can improve mood. Any caffeine user who believes it's totally benign should try going without it for a few days. It'll try to kill you. Caffeine withdrawal is unpleasant. It includes headaches, muscle pain, weariness, apathy, and depression. On a subtler level, many Americans fall into a routine of diminished sleep followed by a large dose of caffeine, a vicious cycle. Bro, its half-life is 12 hours. So that means after 12 hours you drink it at 7 a.m.? Oh, it's out of my system at 7 p.m.? No, only half of it's out of your system. And then 6 hours from them, 4 a.m.? Then you're only 75% clean. Bro, it is a doity drug. Guys out here getting high off the beans? Just do the goddamn cocaine! I'm not recommending goddamn anything today. This shit is dirty. Stepped on. What are they selling you? Goddamn McDonald's beans? You put me in jail for selling a goddamn mushroom? You get people addicted to beans out here. You'd need to slam about 50 cups of coffee at once or 200 cups of coffee to approach a lethal level of caffeination. Yeah, the LD50 of mushrooms was never found. It can't kill you. But caffeine, you take a teaspoon, it'll kill you. It's not a drug. You go to jail, son. Did you have a bean on you? You got the wrong magic beans. But if you go straight for the powder, you could get a lot in a hurry. On April 9th, 2010, Michael Bedford was at a party near his house in England. He ate 2 spoonfuls of caffeine powder that he'd bought online, washing them down with an energy drink. Dude, he should have did this live. He would have been viral. 2 teaspoons of caffeine, washed it down with a Monster. He soon began slurring his words, then vomited, collapsed, and died. Bedford likely ingested more than 5 grams of caffeine. They call it cardiotoxism. Rumor has it this guy's heart exploded. See, we should legalize this shit. You should be allowed to do that. Kill yourself on a live stream with caffeine. I don't care. You can't tell me you're allowed to have this, but not have the other thing that'll open your mind. I'm not making any points today. We love our drugs. The caffeine conundrum is this. It could be a fantastic drug, one of the very best, but like any powerful drug, it could cause problems with real consequences. Satin setting. You need it for an Excel sheet, or are you trying to kill Osama bin Laden? This shit jacks you up. Coffee? Motherfuckers on their swivel chair, 500 milligrams deep. We need to look further, no further than the items on my shelf to get a sense of the breadth of the industry. Amp Energy Gum, 6-hour power energy shots, Jitter Beans, a highly caffeinated candy, cans of Red Bull, Rockstar, Mega Monster Energy, Mountain Dew.
This is a certified hood classic.
Energy shots, fresh off the bottling line at New Jersey. The boxes of caffeinated gel strips, chewing gum, Java Monster, Rockstar roasted coffee energy drinks, and so on. Mountain Dew! When I found myself ordering a batch of cold-pressed vacuum-extracted coffee concrete known as Black Blood of the Earth, I should have known my ingestion was veering toward the ridiculous side. And when the stuff arrived in test tubes, with its promise of 40 times the caffeine of straight coffee, my only thought was, hey, this might be really good. Hey, why don't I just start doing crystal fucking meth? Dude's doing science experiments out here. He's got goddamn beakers and his... It's not a drug. Then, too, there is the coffee I am drinking now, with milk from a jelly jar. I brewed it from a Colombian bean roasted in the Waldo County just last week. I ground them in a hand-cranked mill at 5 in the morning, dumped the grounds into a cone filter, drenched them in hot water, swirled my first cup. Bro, it sounds delicious. You gotta be part of the process. Okay, there's healthy ways to do everything. The American ritual, you could go to a drive-thru. Would you like to supersize that? You know what? I'm feeling 10,000 milligrams this morning. Supersize my drugs, ma'am. Scientists have understood for decades that as little as 32 milligrams of caffeine, less than the amount of 12 ounces of a Coke or Pepsi, significantly improves vigilance, reaction time, and many people detect doses half that size. He's not talking about the come down, though. I'm talking about the half-life. Come on now, bro. Americans, doesn't matter. This is an American ritual. Americans are superheroes. No, we drink our Dunkin' Donuts, then we turn into the Avengers at work. I don't want to hear this communist bullshit, okay? I want to supersize my drugs. We'll talk about China, their caffeine use. If a product delivers a psychoactive dose of a drug that reliably improves mood, alertness, and energy levels, it is a reasonable assumption that the drug effective is its key attraction. This shit tastes disgusting. It's bitter. I worked at Starbucks. I don't have to tell you my whole coffee history. I've been addicted before. This is a psychoactive drug. It improves your alert. This is the key to attraction. It ain't the taste. Okay, maybe at Starbucks when you get 5 punts of double decaf cum.
Holy crap!
If we distill all of these products, the coffee, the colas, the energy shots, to their essences, we can see them for what they are: convenient, stigma-free vessels for funneling caffeine into the human body. Get a beaker, dude. Do it cleaner. Just admit it. At the end of the day, they are caffeine delivery mechanisms. This is chapter 1. That's what he calls it for the rest of the book. A caffeine delivery mechanism. You're chewing your fancy gums. They make fucking dip in pouches now, or caffeine. Nicotine, that's masculine. You got caffeine, these chicks. That's why every girl at, what is it called, Starbucks? They're on this masculine Navy SEAL drug, so they shave off their hair and dye it purple. I hate the matriarchy! Maybe it's the 500 milligrams of caffeine in your system. Calm down. If a coworker said, wow, I'm beat, I'm gonna grab a cup of coffee, it would seem well within societal norms. You might ask her to grab you a coffee too. But if the same friend said she was fried, she drew out from her pocket a cellophane pouch of white powder, measured off 1/16 of a tablespoon, and lapped it into a glass of water, it would seem a bit creepy. The sort of thing you might expect from William Burroughs. Your coworker's got them lighting up. Naked lunch at the office, William Burroughs style. You got Kevin, he dumps the chili pot, but instead of chili, it's a vat of lean. People are tripping balls at the office, bro. They're tweaking their nuts off. I'm telling you, I'm more of the psychedelic side. I'll call myself out, bro. It's a feminine drug. That's why I do a little bit of nicotine to even it out, right? In jail, 99% of people are on fucking crank. Bro, this is a nation of tweakers. We love our coffee. Fucking tweaked out. Wow, well, I'm beat. I'm gonna go get a coffee. Just do a line. Worldwide, people consume nearly 20,000 Coca-Cola beverages per second. That's 1.7 billion daily. Coca-Cola owes its success to caffeine. That's what I'm saying. It's not about... What is Coca-Cola? It just tastes like chemicals. You're addicted to the caffeine. Its early formulation of an E80, that is a caffeine per 8-ounce serving, exactly the same as an 8.4 ounce of Red Bull. So when caffeine, or what's it called, Coca-Cola got started, it was using the same formula as a Red Bull.
Smell like you farted.
That's what the doctors were prescribing people. Goddamn Red Bull. This'll fix your pneumonia. The Spanish flu, here's a Coca-Cola. That's that OG Coke. Bro, remember like when you would have the cousins would come around during Thanksgiving, you go to their house and drink an entire 2-liter of Coke? You fucking spaz out with the cousin. We were kids and we were tripping balls off caffeine. I looked it up. The OG 4 Loco had 350 milligrams of caffeine. That's 4 Red Bulls and 4 glasses of wine in one can.
This is my alter ego.
Bruh, at Sweet 16s, I was tweaked off this shit.
Oh my god!
One OG 4 Loco had 4 Red Bulls and 4 glasses of wine. Bro, we were going off. Promiscuous girl. Just going crazy, Sweet 16 off a fucking 4 Loco. America's grown up. We can handle it again. Give us back the OG 4 Loco, alright? Half the goddamn country's on peanut butter crank, alright? Give me a 4 Loco. Consider the 100-gram packet of pure caffeine on my desk. 10 lethal doses that can fit in the palm of my hand. I bought it online with no inquiry about my age or intended use. Chapter 2. Cradle of Caffeine Culture. Petite and reserved, but with an easy smile. Lin Lin Ming invited me to sit down on a wooden chair before a table bearing a tea set nearly cluttered with tea tools. She used a wooden scoop to fetch some tea from a wickered bin. It was pure tea, which is an aged tea harvested from 2006 in China's Yunnan province. The tray before her, carved of dark wood, is called the Sea of Tea. At the far end of the tea pet, a figurine that looked like a toad with a smiling Buddha face. Lena's tea pet is called the Nice Son of the Dragon God. They put a little bit more ritual into their caffeine use. Would you like to supersize that?
Excuse me, Rob. You're excused.
This goddamn guy in front of me won't pull ahead. He got a whole breakfast special. I just got my coffee. That's the American ritual. In China, you have a tea pet. You have this little emblem that you imbue the tea to. The Dragon God. You get to share a tea with the Dragon God. Then Lin poured tea for me and my companions. The whole process was imbued. Much of the ancient as tea evolved with the Asia over the years. If the Suquanso can claim the earliest documented use of caffeine, the Chinese can claim the earliest folkloric tradition at 5,000 years ago. That's what he's assuming. The first Bang Energy was sipped by a Tao monk.
Walter, put your dick away, Walter.
Imagine giving a double Bang Energy to a monk. He would blow past nirvana. As we sipped our tea, rich with a slightly smoky flavor, Z explained that tea is more than just China's caffeinated beverage. It is also a key part of daily social life. There's basically 3 ways to enjoy tea in China. If a friend visits your house, it is hospitable to offer them tea, and you might go out to a friend for tea, as Americans go out for coffee. Most elaboratively, there are exclusive tea houses with highly ritualized programs featuring traditional Chinese music, art, performance, Zen philosophy. The Boulder Dushanbe Tea House, that place got me laid. Tea culture. During Chinese New Year, when people eat too much or when eating hot pot, they drink pure tea to get rid of toxins. It is also good for aging people because it lowers their blood pressure. Caffeine does the opposite.
When I met you in the summer.
Tea, it gives you the benefits without raising your heart rate, getting you fired up. Cup of tea does the job. 1931, they bring it over to the West. Albert G. Nichols had this to say: "Perhaps we could find the solution for the popularity of tea drinking in the effect of caffeine on the central nervous system, particularly the part associated with the psychic functions." So let's take all the ritual out of it, and let's think about what it does chemically. Let's bring that over to the West. Put a siren on the cup, introduce some symbolism. Whenever we discuss our tea habits, the conversation invariably turns to British tea drinking. Oi, a spot of tea!
Insert cash or select payment type.
Alright, at least we're not Britain, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be Chinese either. By legend, Americans' affinity for coffee and aversion to tea was rooted by patriotism. That's right. Tea is for British twinks. Here in America, I want a triple Bang Energy on top of my coffee. I'm not eating no goddamn tea like a fucking Brit. I want 4 espresso shots and then to do deadlifts until my walls collapse. I'm talking about my rectal walls, and then I shit all over the deadlift floor. 5 espresso shots, double it up. Anyone will tell you that the Brits have remained allied with tea, not coffee, but that too is only partially true. While the British drink more tea by volume than coffee, they now get more caffeinated coffee than tea. Surprisingly, colas and energy drinks now contribute to as much caffeine as the British tea diet. So most of them are still drinking tea, but the amount of caffeine they get is surpassed with the coffee. Don't try to fucking colonize us, alright? We'll colonize you right back with cola and coffee.
Excuse me, Rob. You're excused.
The Boston Coffee Party. It's goddamn Dunkin' Donuts, alright? Next, Jing Mei offered me a black tea, a fully fermented tea. It smells rich and funky like sweet potatoes. Then we tried a roasted oolong from 2005 called Da Hong Pao, a big red robe. These teas are roasted again every year to refresh the leaves. After she poured the tea into a glass-clear beaker, Yang held it up to the light and showed me tiny feathery particles just barely visible to the mark of quality. Bro, I used to make mushroom tea. It would turn rainbow in the light. We got to start making our own potions again, all right? The bottled tea business began growing just as sales of carbonated soft drinks started to slowly decline from their peak in 1998. Much of this growth likely comes from people switching off to soft drinks. That's interesting. People were drinking less Coke in America after 1990s. It's because we're drinking goddamn Red Bull now! You're not zooming around on a Red Bull fucking coffee? That's some old boomer shit. Give me a Monster. The bottled tea business began growing. So now they're selling even tea in bottles. You see all that caffeinated teas in bottles? Now we're going to Colombia. Standing on a hillside path above a rutted dirt road, farmer David Castilla showed me a handful of beans cupped in his calloused palm. Each pale yellow bean was the size of a small peanut. Like coca leaves, the beans are laden with psychoactive alkaloid compounds, a simple blend of carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen. Castellan was holding coffee beans packed with caffeine. I thought we were in Colombia here. Are we doing the fun stuff?
Hello, and welcome to the Los Pollos Hermanos family.
Colombian bossness. Most of the best coffee produced in Colombia is sold for export. Like much of the coffee served in rural Colombia, it is made from the leftover beans. Then boiled into a sludge, you could get a better cup at any Dunkin' Donuts or 7-Eleven. So he's making this big point, the Colombians are left with the rinds. That's what I'm saying, at least we're America, bro. We get the imports. American coffee consumption peaked in World War II years. Back then, coffee was flat out winning the competition against other beverages. Americans drank 46 gallons annually. That's 20 pounds of beans per person. We are fiends for the beans. Fiend! Fiend! Fiend!
Alright, I say,
46 gallons of coffee a year. But that was the 1940s. Fucking beatnik era. Come on down to the Java Jive. Me and the boys are gonna spaz on the jazz. Beatnik poets pounding coffee. Maybe I should pick the habit back up. A journalist traveling through South America at a time when few Americans paid much attention to Colombia was Hunter S. Thompson. He put his finger on a persistent problem in the coffee business. At that time, only 1 in 20 coffee consumers even knew what Colombia was producing. Not only did roasters block the coffee's country of origin, but they preferred to keep it hidden in order to have more flexibility to their blends. Bro, even in America, we're not getting the best beans, all right? The corporations are selling us stepped-on swag.
Insert cash or select payment type.
That's your dealer right there. You don't get to go to Ming Ming Ling's tea shop and she shows you her best stuff. You go to Walmart.
Insert cash or select payment type.
Although Colombian coffee is well known, it compromises a small percentage of the annual worldwide coffee harvest. Bro, we're drinking 46 gallons a year. We need a bigger farm. They would reach Seattle to Boston and back to LA. The industry is worth more than $70 billion annually. Chapter 3. Modern caffeine. We took a tour around the world, talked about tea a little bit. Let's modernize it. In any corner of market of the grocery store anywhere in America, several cooler cases are now dedicated to energy drinks. Monster, Red Bull. You got your Rockstar, your Amps, your Nas. You got everything. Your fucking High Drive, your Gazoo, your Neurosonics.
Hello, and welcome to the Los Pollos Hermanos family.
Go for a goddamn run. You want clarity? That's what you want, bro. You want to elevate yourself? Go for a run. Red Bull was introduced to the United States in 1997, and the other drinks had yet to be formulated. Bro, we're not even at peak caffeine yet. I'm saying Four Loko was ahead of its time. They had to nerf it. And we're just revving back up. Just go for a run. Coca-Cola was marketed as a pick-me-up. It took its name from two stimulants, coca and cola, a caffeinated nut from Africa. You know Asa Candler, that's the Atlanta tycoon? He made a deal with the Oompa Loompas. In 1909, Candler had a fight on his hands. His foe was Harvey Washington Wiley, a formidable opponent. As chairman of the U.S. Department of Agriculture Bureau, Also, the Food Commission, he was charged with enforcing the Pure Food and Drugs Act. Wiley was trying to stick it to Candler. Candler, hey, you're blurring the line between food and drugs out here. Wiley had become famous for creating the Poison Squad in 1902. This was a group of 12 healthy men who ate foods treated with preservatives, borax, formaldehyde, saltpeter, for several years in order to understand their effects on human health. Journalist nicknamed Wiley the Crusading Chemist, he said, "Next week I'll give them mothballs a la Newburgh to ease their pain. Oh, they might get over it, but they'll never look the same." Wiley had used the publicity surrounding the Poison Squad to push through the Pure Food and Drugs ads of 1906.
I'm over here stroking my dick.
Wiley, he's like, "I'm over here stroking my dick. This guy's making billions of dollars selling your kids coke. And I'm over here trying to do a goddamn publicity stunt to get people to realize they're doing drugs."
Let's go.
He starts the Poison Squad. This is literally just jackass. He did a publicity stunt. He's like, all right, we're going to eat poison here to show you what Coca-Cola is doing to your children. Wiley had become famous. This is like me in a past life, bro. I went to college to join the FDA, and then I saw how corrupt that was. I just want America to be the hottest country. Is it that much to ask for? Bro, we got all the information, we got all the money, we got the imports. Can we be hot now? Why are we fucking fat and obese?
Let's go.
Put me in charge of the FDA. You're fucking fat, all right? Let's get healthy, America. Let's get hot. This Wiley guy, he tried to stick it to Coca-Cola. Watch out. Me and Nick Muniz, we're going to do a mukbang for the troops.
Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper.
Candler was worried because after Wiley had alerted Americans to the danger of preservatives, he set his sights on caffeine, stating that it was an addictive poison that should be marketed to nobody, especially not children. Addictive poison? No, it's food, bro. It's food. Wiley should have stayed in the media world. He tried to go legit. The showdown began on October 20th, 1909 in the East Ridge of Tennessee. Federal agents waited for a freight truck approaching from Georgia. When the truck crossed the state line, the load became interstate commerce and thus the jurisdiction of the United States government. The agents seized the load of 40 barrels and 20 kegs of Coca-Cola en route to Coca-Cola plant in Atlanta. The world's first Coca-Cola train heist to save America. I'm still the Poison Squad, guys. If we don't turn this up, I'm gonna have to hijack a goddamn Coca-Cola railroad. It is known as United States versus 40 barrels and 20 kegs of Coca-Cola, or simply the Coca-Cola trial. Around the same time, the researcher W.H.R. Rivers had conducted a study that concluded that caffeine was lessening fatigue. It increased your capacity for work. Coca-Cola, it's good for you.
What do you mean by that?
W.H.R. Rivers, would you like to come speak to the FDA?
What do you mean by that?
Coca-Cola is good for you? Let's go to the homeland. New Jersey. Wiley, that was me in another time. We're here, 2025 in New Jersey. This is the source of two of the nation's best-selling energy shots. The company claims $50 million in annual sales and 90% of the caffeinated product. This is where all of your goddamn caffeine shots come from. New Jersey. I gotta be proud of my home state, guys, alright? What's my export? What's my culture? Fucking energy shots! You guys wonder who I am, why I am?
I'm Pickle Rick!
I come from the state in the world of the most energy shots. What the fuck is this show every Tuesday morning?
I am once again asking for your financial support.
You gonna buy your goddamn Coca-Cola? Buy me a fucking cup of tea. New Jersey, the source of the biggest nation's energy shots. When the receptionist hung up, I told her that I was there to see Walter Orcutt. She called him, asked me to sit on the couch. So, you want a coffee or something? I'd half expected her to give me a caffeine pill or at least an energy shot. These are the girls in New Jersey. Hey, you want a coffee or something? Orcutt came out to meet us, the NVE executive vice president of the New Jersey coffee shop firm. He said it was a good day to tour the plant because he was also showing around a visitor from South America. Shows him some of the beans. First, he showed us a room at the front of the plant where the raw material starts the conversion to energy shots. A large blending machine topped by a funnel and a hopper at the center of the room. The caffeine goes to the hopper along with dry flavors and vitamins. They're putting vitamins in it. We go to the gym in New Jersey and we get you fucking tweaked up. The press was rhythmically thumping out a stream of capsules, half yellow, half blue, each packaged with 200 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah, why y'all put cheese on my cheeseburger?
Don't even put cheese on our cheeseburgers anymore. Just put a thin layer of caffeine on all of our burgers. It's America. The press was rhythmically thumping as we passed the pill-packing line. Orcutt told me the company went into Chapter 11 for 2 years. No, they're getting sued for what? We settled out of a class action lawsuit for $20 million. I insisted that this was a diet pill company. We're not selling energy shots to kids, all right? This is a diet pill company. This is what me and my boys were listening to. We used to eat pre-workout and then just go into a field and spaz out. That's New Jersey culture, baby. Let's go. I'm just about to start dancing right now. Take a bunch of energy shots with your boys after high school. Go to the field and spaz out. USA. That's New Jersey, baby. Orcutt pulled a vial off the line to show us. This is the dollar store product, so we don't have to package it that well because it doesn't market as well. We do more than 100,000 bottles per line. Orcutt uses this stuff himself. He says, I'll pound coffee all day long, but at the end of the day, I'll slam a shot. I'll slam a shot just to calm down.
Are you challenging me?
You think I won't snort a line of pre-workout, motherfucker?
Are you challenging me?
No. This is your ritual. You do this every day. Fuck.
And I've decided that I want to die.
New Jersey. This is your bedtime ritual in New Jersey, all right? You leave the club at 2 a.m. 3 a.m. you get into a little domestic abuse. 4 a.m. you pound a couple energy shots just to ease the old central nervous system. 5 Hour Energy was selling $1 billion worth of caffeinated syrup annually by 2012. Both companies have elbowed out the competition. Monster developed its own energy shot called Hitman, and Rockstar had its own label. Both flopped. The big boys also got into the game. Coke developed Nas Energy, and Pepsi developed Amp Energy shots. They both crashed. But the billions made their way back to New Jersey. It's what we do best, a fucking shot of air. Orcutt took us outside and across a parking lot to see the bottling line. Just beyond the testing lab with vats of product, bro. This is the Los Pollos Hermanos family. Nothing sketchy going on. This is a diet pill company. End of discussion. Chapter 4, Corralling Caffeine. For more than 60 years from the resolution of the Chattanooga trial until the late 1970 regulations, the soft drink industry exploded while coffee consumption peaked and fell. Coffee? We already did that. The goddamn Boston Tea Party and shit. America is on one right now. Let's tweak it. Let's go fucking higher. In 1958, the FDA adopted the Food Additive Amendment and the Federal Food Drug Cosmetic Act, which granted caffeine GRAS status. This is an FDA acronym for Generally Recognized as Safe. 1958. The FDA gave caffeine the N-word pass. Sell it to China, sell them the energy drinks. When energy drinks emerged in the 1990s, they became popular as cocktail mixers. Drinks like Red Bull and vodka, Jägermeister, Jaeger bombs. Bro, some of y'all, your heart would explode if you tried the niche jungle juice. I'm putting 2 handles of Everclear in there, a gallon of McDonald's Sprite. You got to keep it extra crispy. What else is going in the jungle juice? Some Hawaiian Punch, 8 Red Bulls, 10 Monsters, a couple 5 Hour Energies, can of paint thinner, a sheet of acid, a cue of MDMA.
Shadow wizard, but he
What did I tell you? We got to start making our potions again. The niche jungle juice coming to stores near you. I'm not going to start putting products out unless the FDA kind of lightens up, all right? You're going to sell our kids amp energy? You're going to let me sell the niche jungle juice, all right? You go to jail. In a 2006 survey of more than 4,000 students in 10 North Carolina universities, nearly a quarter said they mixed alcohol with energy drinks. You fucking know it. Shots, 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 shots. Boy, we gotta start making our own potions again. Get your rituals up, all right? I've tried closet sock beer. I tried hooch in prison. You gotta start making your own party potions, all right? Take your power back.
What the Sigma?
When you crack a can of Monster Energy, you first hear the hiss of escaping carbonation. It's about to be a good time. You're about to fight somebody in the outfield. Poured into a glass, Monster is about the color of a pale ale. On the tongue, it is an acquired taste. Slightly metallic, syrupy. It's not the taste we're after. We're after the goddamn caffeine, all right? Put it in my system. I actually think we are in the golden era of Monster. You see Badland Chugs? He chugged 10 Monsters out of a DOS boot. That's the most American shit I've ever seen online. Badland Chugs? He chugged 10 Monsters out of a DOS boot. It's not just Monster and Starbucks that are competing in this Darwinian marketplace. Arizona Beverage Co. came out with a tea side. Jolting Joe. The beverage industry is not just fumbling in the dark, they are dialing up to an optimum caffeinization delivery mechanism. Just give me the fucking caffeine needle. We'll get there. Walking out of the FDA headquarters, I passed a display case of the agency's notable efforts. They were packages of DDT and formaldehyde. This guy's going off the reservation in the final chapter. He's doing his own wily journalism. He went to the FDA, and for some reason, sitting around the FDA, they had buckets of formaldehyde. FDA is on the juice. Java Monster might not seem historic and cultural, but it is inevitable. I'm telling you guys. You guys want to hold on to your caffeine Coca-Cola Christmas? You know the marketing is perfect. The polar bears on Christmas. Me and my cousins tweaking off a 2-liter of Coke. It's not enough, okay? This is 2025 America. Your kids are drinking Monsters with their cousins. Java Monster is Thanos. It is inevitable.
What the Sigma?
The blends, the flavoring of chemicals, the caffeine powders. I'm surprised it took us this long. He's right, bro. Turn us up. 8 Loco. 16-hour energy.
Let's go gambling!
The modern energy drinks look an awful lot like high-tech, guised-up versions of Ozzy Candler's Coca-Cola. Century after the Chattanooga trial, the caffeine science is better, and the bombastic role played by Wiley is ever more silent.